Thanks for your time. Dr. Peter Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health. Let's talk about arthritis from the holistic perspective, which is a very good perspective to bring to bear on this terrible set of illnesses. First things first, the initials after my name are ND. That stands for naturopathic doctor. And, we need perspective on what the heck this is because most people in the world have no idea. They don't even know how to pronounce naturopathy, let alone know what it is, right? So, I am a licensed naturopathic doctor. The initials after my name are ND. To secure a license to practice naturopathic medicine in the United States or Canada, here's what you have to do. 4 years of pre-med, 4 years of naturopathic medical school. Currently in North America, there are only six accredited naturopathic medical schools. During your matriculation, you have to complete about 1,000 hours of clinical supervision, more or less. Then you have to graduate, right? Then you have to pass national boards, state boards, pursue continuing education credit every year, at a minimum of 20 hours of continuing education credit every year. And, of course, secure a license to practice naturopathic medicine. I am currently licensed in the great state of Minnesota to practice naturopathic medicine, and I have 29 years of clinical experience helping people to secure their health with science-based, clinically verified naturopathic therapeutics. And this is the beauty of the naturopathic medical profession, because naturopathic doctors' job is to marry the scientific technique with holistic therapeutics, the intention of which are to support and promote the body's built-in God-given ability to fix itself. This is a very smart idea. This is a very sophisticated method of treatment. It's much easier or much more difficult. Well, it's much easier to simply suppress symptoms with drugs. And, we can prescribe drugs as naturopathic doctors, don't get me wrong. It's not the drug, it's how it's used. Every time I sit in the dentist chair, I thank God for Novocaine. But look, you're welcome to your own opinion, but not your own set of facts. Here's some interesting facts about knee replacement surgery. Without insurance in the USA, it costs between $24,000 and $75,000 a year. With insurance, $3,000 to $5,000. But remember, those numbers are a little funny, right? Because you've been paying medical insurance premiums your whole life. So really, in order to figure out how much it's cost you for any conventional medical procedure, you need to add up how much you've paid in premiums your entire life every month. Often, it's a significant chunk of change. The worldwide orthopedic profits per year in knee replacement surgeries are over you ready? $30 billion. That's a chunk of change. In 2008, there were 615,000 total knee replacements in the U.S. That was 134% more than in 1999, which was 9 years earlier, and 134% increase even though the population had only grown by 11%. The predictions are that by the year 2020, within 3 years, there's going to be 1 million surgeries a year in the United States for knee replacement. And, that wouldn't be a bad thing unless it were for the simple fact that the New England Journal of Medicine published this study 16 years ago in July of 2002. It was a meta-analysis. They looked at 300,000 patients who'd had knee replacement surgery and said, called them up. How are you doing? You know what the startling results of this study were? Knee replacement surgery doesn't work. It's a stopgap method at best. And then it will fail. And then you'll need another second or a third knee replacement, right? Or it gets bad. More pain meds, more anti-inflammatories, more pain meds, more anti-inflammatories. Not a good situation. However, this is the way that conventional medical doctors go. And sometimes you need surgery, but often you don't. And, thank God for surgery when you do. But before you just jump into the surgery boat, and this, by the way, this is for knee replacement surgery, but the same logic holds true for any type of arthritic condition, because as a holistic physician, I'm here to tell you that if you have arthritis, it's not because you're getting older. It's not because you have a bad gene. It's certainly not because you have a voodoo curse. It's because your body has run out of the raw materials that it needs to support and promote healthy bones and joints. It's that simple. There are 90 essential nutrients that your body needs every day just to work, let alone repair itself. And these nutrients are not present in the food. And ironically, heartbreakingly, most people consume all the wrong food all the time. And when you consume food that's bad for the human body, you know, it's only a matter of time until those chickens come home to roost. I mean, if every time you filled up your gas tank with your car, right, you know, you put 20 gallons of gas in, if you put a cup full of sand into the gas tank every time that you filled it up, it's only a matter of time until something goes horribly wrong with the engine. Nothing wrong with the engine, you just put the wrong stuff in it. Well, you know, for the last, 80 years in this country, we've been letting the people who make the food tell us what food's good for us, and that's probably not a good idea. So there are 12 foods you shouldn't even look at, let alone eat. And if you do eat them, they're going to have net negative effects on the body, most of which are inflammatory, and your body's going to break at its weakest link. Oftentimes it breaks with the bones and joints, pun intended. And again, it's not because you have a bad gene or you got, you dealt a bad set of cards. It's because you've been eating all the wrong food your whole life. You didn't know any better. And your body has run out of the 90 essential nutrients it needs to maintain bone and joint tissue. So, before we run to the surgeons, right, it would be prudent to clean the diet up and give the body the raw materials it needs to have healthy bones and joints and see how far back it bounces. That's just a smart thing to do. You know, this is the basic drill. We take the 90 essential nutrients every day, extra glucosamine sulfate, which is really good for helping joint tissue to recover and strengthen itself, as does high hyaluronic acid and sulfur-bearing molecules. The minerals silica, calcium, very helpful at maintaining strong and healthy bones and joints. There's a handful of minerals that are involved in this process, by the way. It's not just calcium. It's not just silica, right? Now, if you're taking the 90 essential nutrients, then the other minerals that your body needs are already there and you don't have anything else to worry about. And then the icing on this cake would be some herbal support. Some herbal support to help reduce inflammation without any side effects, to help the bones regain their structure and heal themselves faster. Oat straw and bone knit, the common name bone knit for Symphytum officinale. Wonderful botanical medicines, which have been clinically proven, by the way, to support and promote the healthy structure of bones, ligaments, and tendons and joints. So this is our method. Give the body the raw materials that it needs. Stop eating foods that are gumming up the works. Get out of the way and see how far back your body bounces. And it doesn't matter if you've already had a knee replacement, because 5 will get you 10. It's only a matter of time until it starts to go bad. So strengthen your bones and joints now. Feed your body the stuff that it needs. See how far back you bounce. Keep your fingers crossed. I am your steadfast advocate for health, Dr. Peter Glidden, and I'm here to tell you, for after 29 years of clinical experience, as God is my witness, your body's ability to fix itself is much greater than anybody has led you to believe.